Vogue pattern 6831. This sold for 40 cents. This is from 1951. When I saw that, I went, that is the first thing I want to make for a vintage pattern. How beautiful is that? And it was Vogue. So when I was reading the instructions, it's funny how it says, and though we would like to have you buy lots of patterns, we must give you this bit of advice. Once you have used a Vogue pattern, don't throw it away. Sleeves and neckwear patterns, for instance, have several versions to choose from. Use now, one later. Keep all your Vogue patterns on file. You may need them again and again. I'm like, yeah, I can't imagine people throwing things out after World War II. Like, don't they keep everything? And then the first thing they say here is discard pieces of pattern you do not intend to use. I'm like, well, no wonder they were throwing them out. You were telling them to. I just thought that was funny. So that was interesting. An interesting read. All the instructions are on the paper and actually on the cutouts, because if you look at your pattern pieces, they have it stamped what it is, and then you have to find it here and then read the instructions on there and then follow the instructions through here. When I first saw it, I was like, oh my, one step at a time, one step at a time. So I took the pieces of pattern, but I wanted to give it respect. I didn't put any pinholes in it, and I kind of chalked the holes so I could find things when I redid my own pattern, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anything. I'm hoping that this pattern will survive another 50 years. Thank you for those of the ones before us who kept their patterns in great condition and collected them and kept them and did not discard them. I made my own pattern so I could write my own notes and instructions on it. And my first attempt was a bit of a uh-oh, because I tried to make it fit my head, so I had to cut the circle different, and I was learning, and my interfacing ended up on the inside instead of the lining. The lining's in the middle. But I figured it out, and I was quite pleased, and then maybe my granddaughter will wear it, so that'll be fun. I made another attempt, and I had this fabric, and I had this, it's not even a ribbon, it's binding. But I just wanted to do it, and I think it turned out great. The good thing too is they wore their hats above their brow. They didn't wear it low over their eyes, kind of how we wear it now. I will wear this. I think it's darling. Then I said, all right, I got the hat, let's try the bag. Okay, so the bag has issues, but the main thing is I got through it. It's supposed to have two things to hold the band, and the band's supposed to loop, but I didn't bother buying it. I'm just plowing through to see if I can actually make something. I think I didn't cut this tight enough against the inside so that when I did fold it and iron it, this little piece does stick out. Kind of looks like maybe I wanted it to, but I really didn't. I also have a tuck here that I could have went back and fixed, but I'm like, just go forward. You're learning. It's all good. I did not have enough fabric for this, so I actually had to sew pieces together in order to complete it. There's a sew here and a line here. But I made a bag and a hat. And I think one day when I go to the vintage show next year, where I actually bought this pattern from, I'm going to wear my Vogue 6831 pattern, hat and bag, and be very proud that it's a beautiful hat. And I was excited to make it. This is how I'll store my pattern, 6831 Vogue bag and hat. I will have the envelope with the instructions on the outside. I have the bag and the hat in separate bags in case I want to make one or the other. I don't have to keep opening them. But I did make my own copy of the pattern, so I can keep that for myself. And these will go in here, and then they'll be easy to find.